Did you know that just a simple phrase can completely change how others see you? Today, I'm going to share some powerful expressions that can instantly improve your relationships with women. These aren't magic words, but when used the right way, they reveal clarity, confidence, and strength in your thoughts and actions. And here's the key. I won't just tell you what to say. I'll show you exactly how to use these phrases in daily life, so they make a real, lasting impact. But before we dive in, if you're interested in Stoic philosophy and want to explore timeless values that can help you live a better life, make sure to subscribe and turn on notifications so you never miss a new video. If you find this content valuable, comment 1. If you think there's room for improvement, comment 2. Your feedback helps me make even better videos for you. So let's get started. Many men struggle when talking to women, not because they're unattractive or uninteresting, but because they make one crucial mistake. They're either too easygoing or too indecisive. Saying things like, "We can do whatever you want," or "I don't know, what do you think?" might seem polite, but in reality, they can make you come across as uncertain, passive, and lacking confidence. And here's the truth. When you hesitate, when you defer too much, you unknowingly diminish your own attractiveness. But why does this happen? What you might not realize is that being too flexible can actually backfire. Women are naturally drawn to confidence, clarity, and leadership, qualities that signal security, strength, and direction. And the good news? There's one incredibly simple phrase that helps you express all of that effortlessly. I want. This short but powerful phrase does something important. It shows decisiveness and a willingness to express your own desires. When you say, "I want," you're not just throwing out a suggestion, you're taking initiative, and that's a trait women deeply appreciate. How can you apply this in everyday life? Let's look at a common scenario, asking a woman out. Instead of saying, "If you'd like, maybe we could hang out sometime," vague, uncertain, passive. Say this instead, "I want to take you to dinner this Friday." Clear, confident, direct. See the difference? The first one sounds like you're hoping for a chance. The second one, you're leading, you're showing intent, and that makes you instantly more attractive. Now, let's take another example. Starting a conversation. Instead of hesitating, "Maybe we could talk more." Say this instead. "I want to get to know you better. Let's grab coffee this week." This does two things at once. It expresses genuine interest while making your intentions crystal clear. No mixed signals, no uncertainty, just straightforward confidence. Here's the key takeaway. Women aren't looking for someone who waits for permission to lead. They're drawn to men who know what they want and aren't afraid to say it. So, before we move on, have you ever wondered how just one message could make a woman think about you non-stop? Let's dive into that next. A text that makes her think about you, even if she's taken. Imagine sending a message so intriguing, so memorable, that she finds herself thinking about you long after she's read it, even if she only sees you as a friend or is already in a relationship. The truth is, the right words don't just grab attention. They spark emotion, create curiosity, and build an unspoken connection. And here's the best part. You don't need to be the most attractive or charismatic guy in the room. You just need to understand how to use words in a way that makes you unforgettable. The power of "I want" in a relationship. If you're already in a relationship, knowing how to express yourself with confidence and clarity can make all the difference. One of the biggest mistakes men make, being too vague. For example, saying, "Anything you want is fine," sounds passive, like you're just going along with whatever. Instead, take the lead and show initiative. I want to spend more time with you this weekend. Let's plan something special together. See the shift? This approach isn't just about taking control. It's about showing that you care, value your time together, and are willing to put in effort. And that's something anyone would appreciate. Confidence must be balanced with respect. Now, here's where many guys get it wrong. Confidence is attractive, but it must always come with respect. When you say "I want," it's not a command. It's not about forcing or demanding. It's about expressing what you feel, while leaving space for her feelings too. The key: it's not just what you say, it's how you say it. A sincere, open and respectful tone makes all the difference. Used correctly, this phrase leaves a lasting positive impression. But if used carelessly, it can easily come across the wrong way. So, how do you make sure you're using this strategy effectively without making the mistakes that push women away? Let's break it down next. Before we move on, if you found this advice helpful and you're ready to put it into action, comment "I want" below. Let me know you're serious about improving your communication and connection. Because the difference between being forgettable and unforgettable, it all starts with the right words. Let me be crystal clear. Saying "I want" doesn't mean you're being selfish, demanding, or ignoring the other person's feelings. It's not about taking over the conversation. It's not about giving orders. And it's definitely not about making the other person feel like their thoughts don't matter. What it is about is honesty. It's about being clear with your intentions while still showing respect and consideration for the other person. It's about expressing yourself in a way that invites connection rather than shutting it down. Think of it this way. If you say, "I'd love for us to have dinner tomorrow," you're expressing a genuine desire. You're making it known that you're interested without being forceful. But what if she's busy? What if she has other plans? That's where flexibility comes in. A simple "I understand. How about Saturday instead?" keeps the conversation open and flowing. You're showing confidence, but also respect for her time and choices. And that balance, that's everything. There's a fine line between being decisive and being stubborn, between being clear and being pushy. Women appreciate confidence, but confidence is not about insisting on your way. It's about knowing what you want while being open to what she wants too. When you strike that balance, you create an atmosphere of mutual respect, where both of you feel heard, valued, and comfortable. Now, here's something important. This phrase, "I want," isn't just about you. It's an invitation for her to share her thoughts as well. When you communicate with clarity and genuine interest, you're not just expressing a desire, you're starting a conversation. And a real, meaningful conversation is what creates connection. But the way you say it? That's just as important as what you say. Your tone, your energy, and your attitude all play a huge role in how your message is received. If your tone is harsh or demanding, even the best words can come across the wrong way. But if you deliver your words with warmth, openness, and confidence, that's when the magic happens. That's when your words create trust, comfort, and a real sense of connection. So remember, confidence is attractive, clarity is powerful, and respect is essential. When you get this right, you don't just communicate better, you build stronger, deeper, and more meaningful connections. In my view, a man's true attractiveness doesn't come from superficial things like looks, wealth, or status. Sure, those things might catch someone's attention for a moment, but they don't create lasting attraction. What does? His decisiveness, his clarity, the way he carries himself with confidence and purpose. When a man knows what he wants and isn't afraid to express it genuinely, he naturally exudes a presence that draws people in. Confidence isn't about arrogance, It's about certainty. It's about having a strong sense of self, a quiet, steady assurance that who you are and what you stand for is enough. And here's something important. Women aren't drawn to a man because of what he has. They're drawn to how he makes them feel. A truly attractive man creates a sense of safety and trust. He makes a woman feel understood, valued, and emotionally secure. He leads, not by control, but by inspiring confidence in those around him. But let's be clear, being decisive doesn't mean being controlling. There's a huge difference between being a leader and being domineering. A man who insists on always having things his way, without considering the other person's feelings, comes across as rigid and overbearing. And that's not attractive. On the flip side, a man who constantly hesitates, always defers to others, or avoids making decisions altogether can lose his appeal just as quickly. Women don't want a dictator, but they don't want a doormat either. The key? Balance. A man who leads with confidence while still respecting the emotions and choices of others is the one who stands out. And here's something most men overlook. It's not just what you say, it's how you say it. The exact same words can carry completely different meanings depending on your tone, your energy, and your intention. A confident man speaks with sincerity, calmness, and conviction. He doesn't rush to prove himself. He simply is himself. At the end of the day, an attractive man isn't the one constantly seeking approval or validation. He's the one with principles, goals, and an unshakable commitment to his own values. He doesn't need to chase respect. He commands it simply by being grounded in who he is. When you truly take charge of your own life, confidence isn't just in your words, it's in your actions. It's in the way you move, the way you carry yourself, the way you make decisions without second-guessing. And that unshakable presence, that authentic confidence, is what creates attraction that stands the test of time. We've explored the power of decisiveness in communication, especially when it comes to using the phrase, "I want." And here's the truth. A man who knows what he wants and expresses it clearly and confidently naturally becomes more attractive. His presence carries a quiet strength, a sense of certainty that draws people in. But what happens when a man is too accommodating? When he hesitates, avoids taking a stance, or constantly defers to others? His appeal can begin to fade. Why? Because attraction isn't just about being nice, it's about having conviction. It's about showing that you have a direction, a purpose, and a willingness to take the lead. Women are drawn to men who own their decisions, men who take initiative rather than passively waiting for direction. A man who moves with clarity and intention is far more compelling than one who simply follows along, unsure of himself. But here's the key. Decisiveness must always be paired with respect. Saying "I want" isn't about giving orders or making demands. It's about expressing your desires sincerely, while still creating space for the other person to share their thoughts. True confidence isn't about control, it's about openness. It's about making it clear where you stand, while still valuing the emotions, needs, and preferences of the person you're speaking with. And let's not forget, being decisive doesn't mean being rigid. A truly attractive man asserts himself while remaining flexible and considerate. He knows when to lead and when to listen. He can express what he wants while also being open to feedback, adjustment, and collaboration. That's the difference between stubbornness and true confidence. But it's not just about what you say, it's about how you say it. Your tone, your energy, and your approach all shape the way your message is received. When a woman feels safe, respected, and understood in your presence, she will naturally feel drawn to you. Master this balance, the blend of clarity, confidence, and consideration, and you'll cultivate a presence that is not just attractive, but deeply compelling. Now it's your turn. You've got the secret in your hands. Now it's time to put it into action. Knowledge alone isn't enough. Practice is what truly makes the difference. The more you apply what you've learned, the more natural and effortless it will become. So here's a small challenge for you. For the next week, make it a point to say, "I want," at least 5 times a day. It doesn't matter if it's in a big or small situation. Maybe it's, "I want a coffee," when ordering at a cafe, or "I want to meet up this weekend," when making plans. What matters isn't what you say. It's that you're building the habit of expressing your desires clearly and confidently. Now, here's the exciting part. Pay attention to how the world reacts when you start taking initiative. You might notice a shift, people listening to you more, showing you more respect, or even being drawn to your confidence. When you communicate with clarity, you command attention. When you express yourself boldly, you create connection. So, give it a try. Step into this new energy, embrace the power of your words, and most importantly, see what happens. You might be surprised by the results.